What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is TishaTheBrave. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing okay. Today we're here to talk about the life path 6. Now, I know a lot of people who are into numerology are also into astrology, so I do weekly moon cycles on my Patreon. So go ahead and support me over there if you can. If not, the best way to support me is also by subscribing to this channel and joining the Bravers, which is the family name for my subscribers. Okay, so subscribe to me. Don't forget to do that. All right, let's get into the video. All right. The Life Path 6 is here to develop their visions. Now, why is it important that the Life Path 6 develops their visions? Because their visions are what helps the world. Okay, so this is not just about you. What you do and what you end up doing ultimately always ends up helping people other than yourself. So no matter what it is that you want to do, the focus of what you want to do always ends up kind of like spilling into other things. Now, I know Life Path 6, you're listening to me and you're saying to me that some of the things that I'm doing, the vision that I want to put forward is not necessarily about helping other people. It is, and what you don't, and maybe what you haven't realized, or maybe you've realized this, people already are attracted to you anyways. So whatever you're doing, whether it is for them specifically or not, you're already helping someone. A lot of Life Path 6s are people who just act like parents anyway. So it's like you have a bunch of children around you because your personality and the way you contract yourself is very magnetic. People they just stick to you, they cling to you. If you're basically a fridge and people are just throwing magnets at you. I'm sorry I used that analogy, it's not that great. You feel really responsible for a lot of people, and it's almost like second nature. For some reason, you will see a situation, particularly in your family, you will see a situation and it's like you forget that there's like a bunch of other people in your family that can help you with this, and all of a sudden you're just like, all right, oh my gosh, like my mom's not well today, I've got to go to the shop, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. You can't bear the burden all on your own, but for some reason you feel like the burden is entirely your own. And I'm talking here, hello Capricorns, hello Scorpios, as you guys tend to think that the burden is just for you. You also have the tendency to stand up for other people. So what's interesting, I'm going to give you an example. My sister is a Life Path 6. I am a Life Path 7. Okay, so I'm more reserved in my personality than she is. But if something was to happen to me, you best believe the person that is going to stand up for me is going to be my sister. As a 6, you really need to look at how you're approaching things, because not everything is your problem. If this is an adult person, the person that you're always constantly looking after is somebody that needs to also do their own work in growing and also stand up for themselves. So unless you're their lawyer, stand back. You like to control things. A lot of Life Path 6s tend to be Capricorns. I don't know if this is true for every Capricorn, but for a lot of Capricorns that I know that have a lot of Capricorn or earth sign tendencies, some of them, even the way they eat, they would eat like one bit at a time, because for them it just makes a lot more sense. But do you know what that is? It's controlling. Your life is not work. It can be balanced, but Life Path 6s often feel like it's a burden. A lot of Life Path 6s are prone to depression as well, and anger issues. So the reason that you're here is because you have to accept your visions, your bold visions. I think a lot of the time Life Path 6s are distracting themselves with everything else other than actually putting themselves out there in a place for people to recognize them. They often struggle with their sacral chakra placement, okay? You don't have a good sense of self as much. What's interesting is that you see everybody else, your solar plexus is great, you have the confidence to help everybody else, but you don't actually believe in yourself enough to actually put your vision out there. And then also, this is why you struggle for putting yourself first. The Life Path 6 is, like I said, is ultimately like a parent, and so they struggle to put you struggle to put your ideas or your visions first. Like, for example, if you're constantly in a place where you have to like pay bills for your family members or this or that, instead of actually trying to, you know, save some money or put some money aside to go for your vision, sometimes what you may be doing is helping other people so much is that you're not doing that. It's a very selfless position, but at the same time you're doing things that don't make sense. And you need to put your vision out there because that is what you're literally born to do. And when you do put your vision out there, it's going to help a multitude of people, more so than what you're actually doing to protect the little people at work, or to help your friend do this, or to help your other people do that, or to help your family. Your ideas and your visions are there to change the world anyway. So put some time and effort into that. Some of the things you may be struggling with, again, I'm just going to mention briefly because I kind of went over this, but you like to control everything. Your intuition may be weaker than others because you want to control so much. Your sacral chakra is probably weaker than others because you don't have a good sense of self. Instead, you're there dying for other people, okay? You often can live in regret if you do not put your ideas forward, but the fact that you're not putting your ideas forward has got a lot to do with the fact that you're trying to do everything else but your vision. Almost like, yeah, I am gonna do this, I'm gonna work on it a little bit at a time, but you're not being bold enough, you're not taking the risk enough to kind of like go there all the way. You can be a very bossy person. When I was a little kid, sometimes I used to feel that my sister was bossy. The truth is, life path sixes genuinely think that their way is the best way to, because it is just for them, they include a lot of logic in their decisions. Now, the thing is, everybody else is also doing the same thing, but they don't want to hear it because they truly believe that their way is the best way to actually handle this. So like, you have no problem taking the lead, you have no problem doing management, you have no problem running a small team, you have no problem standing up for another person, but your energy is almost fake, okay? It's almost fake. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you have what I call fake it to make it kind of confidence. So this is not here, I'm not here to bash you, I'm here to help you. I swear, I promise you on my life, I swear to God. But like, you guys need to work on your sacral chakra. The reason you're not going for your actual ideas and your goals is because there's a little bit of self-doubt in you, just a tiny bit. And when you have self-doubt, it's almost like your creative energies that you have that are stirring in the pot are just not allowing you to put yourself out there. And even if you've had little small projects here and there, the bigger one, the biggest one that you want to put out there, you're holding back on, okay? You're holding back on. You have a problem with like showing your creativity. You may have a problem with your sensuality, you may have a problem with your sexuality, you may have a problem with the way you conduct yourself with a partner, because there is something about you, the essence of you, that you are holding back. Your creativity is born from the essence of you. When you're making a piece of music, when you're making a painting, when you're making anything, that is a chakra that's giving energy. Also, your throat chakra, there's two energetic, like physical energetic chakras, your throat chakra, your sacral chakra. You're blocking those energies when you are not portraying those kinds of things out. I don't think you have the worst throat chakra, to be honest. Maybe it's a bit overactive, but your sacral, there is something about your creativity that you are constantly blocking, and it's not because you are not able to do these things. It's because you believe that you can't take your skills to the next level. I have a cousin who's a life path 6 who does these wonderful paintings. If I was to tell her to try a different style of painting, she'll believe that she wouldn't be able to do it. But I know deep down she can. She blocks herself from becoming that much greater because she just doesn't believe she could do things. You know what level you can reach. You see the level you can reach, but you don't believe you can do it. And you need to learn to kind of just let that go and try it and give it a try, because life path sixes are very good at creative things. It's literally what they're born and made here to do, to develop their primary vision. You guys are long-term people, so start putting money in the bank, start like saving up, start doing your projects now. There's no time like the present, you know. It's the age of the Aquarius too. With all of this technology being at the forefront now, it's a good time for you to implement some of the stuff that you want to put out there to the world, to the internet, to the media. Do you know what I'm saying? All right, balance, baby girl. You need balance, everybody here. Life path sixes in itself generally need balance. Yes, you are here to help people. Yes, you are here to develop your sense of vision, but you are also a human being, and you need to be able to learn how to rest. You need to be able to meditate, clear your mind, start your day off slowly. You need to be able to think before you act. You don't need to put your energy forward first when somebody else is in trouble. You need to be able to take in information from another person and not act upon that. You need balance. I cannot say this enough to every person in the world. Meditation helps. Really Sit your ass down every morning, especially you life path sixes who believe that you are parents when you're not even parents. Sit down. Sit down, take a break before you even start your day. Yes, I said it. Take a break before you start your day. Because you, especially you guys, you seem to think that the world sometimes is just negative. It's not. You need to see the lighter side of things. You need to stop thinking that the world is just one way. You need to see the possibilities. And this is also the reason why your sacral chakra is blocked too. Or why it could be underactive. Because you're not seeing the world as a positive place. And you think that even if you put your work out there, that is also going to be a negative impact on it. You're doing that to yourself though. So just remind yourself that. Work on understanding other people and make sure that you are listening to people. You're not always going to be right. You need to also learn how to forgive people, because one day you will need forgiveness, and then who's going to do that for you if you are not giving it? Okay, you guys need to learn how to do some positive affirmations. You can say, I am an entrepreneur, my ideas and my visions are going to do well, I am creative, I am one with my sacral chakra, I'm one with myself, etc. I am a spiritual being. Whatever works for you to get your idea out there, please, like, say it, believe it. Say it and believe it. Your throat chakra is also there to help you believe. So when you create through your sacral chakra, you're going to believe that everything you've created through your throat chakra with your positive affirmations is going to come true. And you believe when you say it, because that's how you manifest the goodness in life, okay? Lastly, remind yourself that your visions are obtainable. And one of the ways that you can do this is by making a vision board. But I would suggest for you guys who are life path sixes, I would not just suggest to go in Photoshop and put pictures together or just glue stuff together and whatever. I do not expect you to do just that. I also expect the steps. Once you see the steps, okay, control freaks, once you see the steps, you'll be able to actually be like, all right, today I'm gonna take initiative by implementing this step into my life. So what you need to do is basically just do it bit by bit, because your visions will not be as scary if you actually do things moment by moment, bit by bit, because you're supposed to put your visions out there, damn it. You guys are very special people, okay? You guys need to put your ideas into the world. It's exactly what you're supposed to do. Right. Now I'm here to talk about the celebrities who have your life path. Michael Jackson was a life path 6. Now, if we think about Michael Jackson, he first started off in Jackson 5. Now, who was the star of Jackson 5? It was Michael. He knew his vision. He knew that he was supposed to develop his vision of being a superstar. He never stopped working hard for it. He created these dance moves that people still do today. His work has influenced so many people, because ultimately what the life path 6 to do is to develop their sense of vision to influence other people. That is exactly what Michael did. That is exactly what Michael did. Albert Einstein was also a life path 6, and he also developed his theories and used his formulas to influence people today, many years later. Don't believe that your vision is not good enough. Even if you believe that it's not for other people and it's for yourself, you don't know who you're going to influence. Look at Michael Jackson, for example. He wanted to be a star. I don't believe for a second that he realized the impact he was going to have on the world. All right, he just wanted to be a star because he knew that was what he wanted to do. So do not doubt what you're wanting to do, because what you want to do is going to help other people. All right, life path 6, that was you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.